Thank you guys for being here. We have a microphone circulating for questions throughout the press conference. Please state your name and media affiliation when you ask your question. With us today from Cornell, we have head coach Dana Smith and Samantha Widman. We'll begin with an opening statement for coach, followed by questions for the student athlete, and then we'll finish with questions for coach.
Congratulations to Princeton. Terrific victory for them. We tip our hat to them. Disappointed in our execution of both offense and defense. We talked about a lot of mental mistakes. People, in wrong defenses. Poor execution on offense, not on the same page, not looking for some of the things that we knew we could exploit against Princeton. And when you do that against a good team like they jump on you. And so our mistakes were magnified, and they're very tough to come back against. Offense was stagnant, and our defense wasn't able to generate offense, and that's really what our bread and butter has been. But like I told the team, I'm very proud of them, excited that we had a chance to be here. Our goal all year was to get here. Now our goal needs to be to get back here and to win. And so we're going to be hungry. We're going to take that personally, and we'll be back.
Questions for our student athlete.
Rob Brown, Ivy Hoops Online. Sam, it seemed like Princeton really respected you guys from what happened in the second game, in the fourth quarter of the second game a couple weeks ago. As a result, they came out really strong. Could you all sense their sense of urgency right out of the get-go?
I really feel like both the teams came out with a lot of energy. In warm-ups, we were talking, we were communicating. Both teams were, giving that same energy off. And they just decided to, like Coach said, maximize off of our turnovers and off of our missed shots. They were able to capitalize on them. But honestly, I think our energy was matched. It was just that they were able to capitalize from it.
And with the coach saying the goal not just to get back next year and to win, what do you take away from the last week of your experiences after the win at Dartmouth, everything that's happened here? What are some of the things you've taken away that you and the rest of the underclass can build upon?
Yeah, this was an amazing week. This was a great experience for a lot of us. This is the first time, Cornell has been to the Ivy tournament. So this is a new experience for all of us, and we loved all of it. Going down to Dartmouth and it being do or die and being able to get that win and just the excitement in the locker room, and then coming here and seeing all the big lights and everything, we're ready to be back already. Like, we are ready to get back into the gym, and we're ready to fight. Nobody really thought that we were going to be in the tournament, and we proved people wrong, and it was only us that believed in us, and we'll continue to do that, and we're coming back strong next year.
Matt Panto, Ivy League on ESPN. Sam, maybe go a little bit deeper into that. What will be the legacy? I know this is tough to do in such short term, but gut feeling, what will be the legacy of this year's team?
People didn't believe in us. It was just the people in the practice when the lights are off and there's no crowd, there's nobody else, there's no parents. It's just the people battling in practice, giving each other bloody noses and going rough at each other. And those are the people that create that legacy. And I think this year we'll definitely remember that. Sam Clement was an amazing captain for us, and she brought a lot of fun into the team, and she made every single day, she made us want it. And we did it for her, and we did it for everybody else, and we'll find somebody else to do it for now.
You guys came in as the 4th seed. The depth of this league just continues to grow, and you can see that very apparently throughout the season and throughout these games. Maybe just touch on the league and the strength and quality of Ivy League basketball.
Yeah, the league has definitely improved since my freshman year. I mean, it's unbelievable, the talent that we have, especially in the junior class. And on Brown, you have, Gaziano, you have Bella, you have a lot of people in the junior class that are very strong. They're not going anywhere anytime soon. And we just gotta get ready for it next year and come out stronger.
Thank you.
Trevor Rutledge, IvyLeague.com. After the game, you met the Cornell women's basketball legend of Ivy League basketball. Can you just talk about what she said in the locker room and what it meant to you?
She was amazing to me. She was great. She was, just telling us how proud she was of us and how awesome, this big arena is, and how from her time, this was something that was never even seen. Like, nobody did this. Nobody even thought that this was going to be a thing. And she came in and she was so proud of everything that we've created and how tough the Ivy League is now and how far it's come, and that we were able to make such this big difference as who we are. And she just kept telling us how proud she was and that she was going to come to more games.
Thanks, Sam. They'll take you back to the locker room now.
Thank you.
Sorry.
I almost just took the thing off.
Yep, you could take it.
And now we'll open up for questions for Coach.
How big was it when Laura picked up those 2 fouls in the first 4 minutes of the game?
Huge. Took her out of the game. She plays feisty and aggressive. She's hard on the board. She, combo moves, attacks the rim, draws fouls, and that was eliminated from her game. So obviously she's been our go-to offensive player. Our offense is not our strongest part of our game, and she's someone we really need in there, and so it hurt us.
Even with all the troubles that were going on in the first half, especially with Sam and Laura, you still basically played Princeton even in the second quarter, and you found yourself down only 12. What was the message you were talking to the team about at that point?
In the second quarter or halftime?
At halftime.
At halftime, we were just disappointed. Like I said, we had 10 mental mistakes, 6 on offense, four mental mistakes on defense, where 2 players are playing different defenses, not being in the presses. We talked about we lost the second quarter by 2 points, and we're shooting ourselves in the foot. That yes, Princeton is tough, but we were down because of ourselves. We were just disconnected, and that's something that I've been proud about in the last month or so. You see how connected we've been on the offensive end, how our defense has created offense for ourselves, and we just were absent-minded with a lot of things. So we talked about that at halftime, and just talked about Princeton was going to come out in the third quarter. They're going to push us hard. They know, like you mentioned, someone mentioned, how we've come back against them. They're not going to let us just come back in the third quarter and easily get back in this game. And unfortunately, that was just a crushing quarter for us, the third quarter.
In that kind of quarter, what do you do as a coach? I mean, is it you're just trying to put anybody in that might be able to give you a spark?
Call timeouts. That didn't work. Yeah, we were trying to get someone in there that could finish a layup, make a shot. Some small group that could connect on defense, but we got a couple good looks. But even the first 4 possessions of the third quarter, we made 2 mistakes within that. So it was very uncharacteristic of us to make as many of those mistakes. We're not going to be a high-scoring offensive team, but we're going to get good shots, and we didn't. And give Princeton some credit for that, but we have to take some ownership of that as well. We could be better than that.
Yeah, as someone who's watched the team the last couple of years, there's been tremendous growth, not only earlier this year, but between the non-conference schedule and today. How do you go in and talk to a group that's disappointed about today and realize it's just a step in the journey?
Yeah, it's hard because this is the last time this particular team will be together with our captain. It was hard that we couldn't play better and have a better showing because of what we've accomplished this year. I wanted that for them. I wanted them to feel like they belonged because a lot of people, like she mentioned, Sam mentioned, doubted that. It was a giant step for us, and we just talked about that. Our growth through the year, we were always on the upside, and that's hard to do. I give the young women credit for their attitudes, the type of people they are. They work so hard. They're really a fun group. That was the most fun team I've ever coached, hands down. They make you laugh every day. They make you want to pull your hair out every day. But they'll get a bloody nose every day for you. Their knees are banged up. They fight. And so it was just a good group. And, they just bought into everything you tell them. It's hard to have teams like that consistently. So for where we were a year ago, not even close to being at this tournament to where we are now, I'm just so proud of them. And I hope within another year it's another giant step.
Thanks for your time, Coach.
All right, thank you.